Good morning, everyone. I am Jen Lee, Executive Director at Legal Services of North Dakota, and this is our LSND Live Community Conversations. I'm super excited this morning to welcome Justine from Community Medical Services because it's such an important service they offer, and we've talked before to different programs there, and I'm really excited. So, Justine, thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Can you give us a little bit of background about you, your position, and then what CMS does? Loaded
Sure.
question.
So my position, my position here is clinic manager. I've been with CMS for just over 3 years now. I actually started with them as the case manager before moving into the clinic manager role. But what we do here is we are an outpatient treatment program for opiate use disorder, and we utilize medication assisted therapy.
Okay.
So methadone, Suboxone, Sublocade, medications, and then we also have two licensed addiction counselors on staff, a peer support, a case manager, and our medical provider. So it is a full service treatment program.
And where are you located at? I know there's various offices, but where are you at?
So we are located in Minot. We are at 330th Avenue Northwest, which is right across the street from Delta Vacations for those who live in Minot.
Okay, very good. Easy to spot over there. And you've been there a little over, is it over a year now? You've been there for a while in that location, right?
I've, yes, this clinic has been here since 2016.
Okay, okay. And I thought you had moved or something like that, but the location's really nice. I've been up there and there's been very great events that you all host, community events and just different organizations that have been in your big room there that you have. And so it's very nice.
Yeah, so that was so what we do is once a month, the last Wednesday of every month, we do a community resource day so
Okay.
that resources from the community can come in and get connected with our clients. And we host that in our East lobby. And our peer support, Stephanie, is usually the one that sets that all up.
Okay. Very good. Yeah, it's very helpful to have all those resources pulled together because it's hard to know who to contact and when to contact them. And if they're all right there, then it's easy.
Yes.
When someone comes in, or not, let's talk about the services and like what, because I feel like there are a lot of us who've never experienced like what it is to go through opioid addiction. So when someone comes in, what do they need, or what's the process look like when they come in at CMS?
So our process for admitting is on demand. So you don't need an appointment. You can walk in Monday through Friday between 6 a.m. and 1 p.m. You need ID and insurance information. Insurance card if you have it. If you don't have insurance, that's okay. We can help get you set up on either a substance use disorder voucher through the state, which can help pay for treatment.
Okay.
We can get you the applications so you can apply for Medicaid. And then we also have private pay options available if you don't qualify for other insurance services. But what you'll do is they'll come in. There's some paperwork that is completed first, and then they will meet with our medical provider. They meet with the counselor. They meet with the case manager, and then they get their medication. So you do get medication same day. The whole
Okay.
process itself takes anywhere from an hour and a half to 2 hours, just because you do have to meet with everybody on day one, but we do our best to get everyone through as quick as possible because usually they're not feeling the greatest.
Right. Yeah, I mean, makes sense. And then what does it look like for follow-up? Do they have to come back every day? Does it depend on what their treatment is?
It really depends on the person.
Okay.
So the way that it works, like for example, with methadone, to get to a therapeutic dose, a dose that's going to be helpful, you have the option to come in every day just so you can do a more rapid induction for the medication, or because the state last year approved what they call extended take homes, actual dosing days are Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And that helps a lot with those who don't have their own transportation. It's less of a barrier for them to come 3 days a week versus 6 days a week because we are open Monday through Saturday. Um, so that is that is how we start everyone when it comes to methadone. We kind of base it off each individual situation. Now, if you're starting Suboxone,
Okay.
that starts at a weekly level. So you're in the clinic once a week, but scheduled with follow-ups with the medical provider and to meet with your counselor regularly. And then our case manager and peer support are available on demand.
Sounds like a lot of resources available to help people stay on track.
Yes.
Yeah. I
That's
imagine it's
that is
hard.
our goal.
Yeah, I imagine it's hard. And
Yeah.
it's hard to go the first time, and then it's hard to keep going back, especially if you have transportation issues or you have other things that are interfering with.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Um,
for sure. And walking through the door is the biggest step. And because we are a harm reduction program, if all you're ready to do on that particular day is just walk through the door, that is great. Harm reduction is about meeting them where they're at in their own process.
mhm.
So we want them to walk through the door.
Yeah. I
Maybe
find
you're
that
not
with a lot
fully
of
ready to commit to anything
yeah.
past that, and that's totally okay.
Oh,
And now, the city has been really great within this last year. The city bus added a new route.
okay.
So the bus now comes right by the clinic. That is super helpful. And we have a cab company now that has established to do Medicaid health rides. So
Oh,
that also helps with our transportation issues.
okay. Yeah, I remember when we were first up there and looking at all your space and everything, that was the problem is the bus didn't go past your clinic and that was a big issue. So
Um,
that's great. And you did say you had
yeah.
someone that helps people apply for Medicaid if they're
So staff our peer
potentially,
support.
yeah.
She can help apply for Medicaid. We're actually getting a second peer support. They'll be
Okay.
starting with us next week. So now we'll have two that'll be available to help people get on their insurance, to connect with the resources. If they just need someone to talk to, maybe their counselor's not available at the moment, because our peer supports both have lived experience, so they
Yeah.
can also help if someone's in a need to vent.
Yeah. That's great. I think that it's easy to say go get help for people who have never tried to get
Yes.
help before. And so understanding that there's a lot of barriers to just walking through the door and getting services is really important. So, um, what does a success story look like at CMS? Which could be all kinds of different things, but just an example so someone can hear what success looks like.
So it is all kinds of different things. But it's a lot a lot of clients who are new to Matt, one of their biggest things is I don't want to be on this forever.
Yep.
Great. We don't want you to be on this forever either. But we also don't want anyone rushing the process, because if you rush it and you stop too soon, it puts you at a greater risk for relapse.
Hmm.
So typically, once you've reached that point where you're feeling really good, really strong in your recovery, you've worked with your counselor, you have your coping skills, then you'll meet with the medical provider and they'll start a taper process and
Okay.
they will slowly come off the medication. And then something we do specific at our clinic when they've completed their treatment, they're ready to graduate out of the program, is we put their client ID number on a bird on our wall because now they get to fly free from their addiction.
Oh,
And
that's
so
cool.
a lot of our clients get really excited about getting to do their bird because it's a
Mm.
huge accomplishment. Recovery is hard and it's a choice that they have to make every day, and it's a hard choice.
Yeah. That's cool that you have a symbolic way that they can look forward to flying free. That's cool. Um, and I'm sure that there are people who relapsed. Are do people come back in then if they've relapsed and you're able to at least help get them back on
Yes.
track? Yeah.
Yep.
Um,
So we have some who they will have graduated, they'll return,
mhm.
and that's hard too, to say I was doing well and I had a slip, but something I think a lot of people don't understand is that relapse is a part of recovery. So
Mm,
it's okay if you have a slip. The important thing is that you've recognized it and you're coming back and you'll be welcome back.
yeah.
We want to help you get back on track. because you put all of this hard work into it. And something nice about our CMS clinics is we have an app specifically for our clients. It's called Recovery Connect. So it gives them direct access to their counselors. It gives them the ability to kind of record their own triggers. So when they're doing work, on their own, they can say, oh, well, that kind of triggered me. So then they can talk about it in their next session, develop those coping skills. Our counselors can assign, they're called lessons, but it really helps them hone in on the things they want to work on.
Okay.
And it also allows them to set up a message to themselves. So let's say, they did miss a dosing day, their own words will come to them to remind them why they are in treatment
Yeah.
and to keep coming back.
That's really cool. That seems like a really good, like almost 24/7 support tool that probably didn't exist a
Yes.
few years ago. So, yeah, technology is great as long as there's
Yes, it is.
ways to use it and that kind of thing. Um, what do you see as like in the community? Are you seeing increase in people looking for this type of service? What are you seeing in the Minot community?
So for us, we have seen an increase this year compared to last year.
Hmm.
And it's it's been kind of a happy, sad year. Happy because we have increased the number,
Yeah.
but sad because we've increased the number.
Mhm.
But it's really great that more people are coming in and saying it's time. I'm ready. And that's been really great. And I think having more transportation options has really broken down some barriers for people coming to get treatment because when they were having to come 6 days a week, I mean, that's a lot. And we're one of the only methadone programs in the western part of the state. So even though we're based out of Minot, we service all the way into the state of Montana.
Wow.
And that's a lot of travel for people having to come every day.
Mhm.
So we are seeing more people come, but we're also seeing more people stay.
Succeed too. Yeah. Yeah.
So that's really good. It's definitely still a high need in our community.
Yeah. I could see that. And then also just getting people so that they're able to do other things beyond the addiction part of it. So they want to go get a
Yes,
job. They want to go do different things they can. So it's helping people move up. Um,
exactly. You got to rebuild your lives, and that's a hard thing to do. And one of the great things about our resource fairs, we usually have vocational rehab comes
mhm.
almost every single month.
Cool.
That's been really great. We've had several clients who've been able to get back into the workforce because of the help they provide. So it's really great when the community comes together to help.
Yeah, I can see definitely like the resources, the surround resource, not just what you all have in the clinic, which is great support and great processes, but then having the connections in the community, that's really how people end up succeeding through the next stage of whatever they need to do. So, but without those programs, without those connections and community resources, I don't think any of us would be nearly as successful in helping our communities.
Oh, I agree.
There's just so many things that people don't think of when they like, oh, you have this one problem, and then but it's really not that one problem. It's the transportation, it's
No.
maybe a legal problem, it may be all kinds of different things, and to actually solve it, you have to
Yep.
solve all the problems. So, do you have any upcoming events in the spring, anything like that? That's not just your resource for. I know every once in a while you guys do some really cool events.
As of right now, we do not have anything planned. We'll probably wait more for the warmer weather
Yes.
days. I know Stephanie really wants to do like a resource fair sometime, probably in the summer months, so we can get a lot more than just what we get
Mhm.
on a monthly basis. And then she goes out a lot in the summer too, to the surrounding area communities. So as we start to put these together, we'll definitely
Yep.
let you guys know. Um,
Yeah,
and
definitely let
then
us know.
the other thing we offer that I almost forgot to mention is so part of the intake process is there's some required lab work. So
Okay.
we require a TB is provided in clinic. We require syphilis testing,
Okay.
and then we also offer HCV and HIV screening. So HCV or hepatitis C, if that were to come back as positive, we offer treatment in clinic.
Okay.
HIV, if that comes back positive, then we refer out um, for treatment, but we can at least get that process started.
That's great because, again, solving multiple problems or solving multiple issues is
Yes.
kind of key to this whole thing. So, anything else you want to share or let us know that is available or anything that you all are doing?
I think really just knowing we're here, knowing that you can walk through our doors and you'll be welcomed. We treat everyone with respect. We want everyone to feel like this is a safe environment for them to come and to get the help that they are seeking. One other really big thing that has really blossomed over this past year for us has been our relationship with the Ward County Jail.
Okay.
Uh, we have moved into being able to continue providing our appointments while they are incarcerated
Oh,
there.
great.
We are able to do intakes through there now. Um, uh, CO Ashley Klaus took over the methadone program towards the end of last year, and we have really built it up so that there's no gap in treatment, which has been really quite
That's pretty
amazing. So now
amazing.
you can focus
Yeah.
on, your legal issues while you're incarcerated, but still work on your addiction issues so you can get stronger when you come out of jail.
Yeah. That's great. I think that's a great partnership and a great, again, way of looking at things that's probably different than how we've looked at them in the past. So that's awesome. Very good. Well, thank you for taking time to talk with me about. I always love hearing what you all are doing because you've expanded your programs. You've done such a great job in the community. So I love to hear from you all. So thanks for your time this morning.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
And everyone else, tune in on Mondays for LSND Live Community Conversations. Thank you all.